about best experience, actually I never imagined working in a company being led by people wearing shorts, chinelas, and drinking liquor in the middle of the day. But seriously speaking, I was very humbled working in a company na ina-entrust sa'yo yung biggest subsidiary, and it feels like you're the owner of the company.
So this is the company na merong retirement plan and COL financials na makakatulong talaga sa mga employees nila. And best of all, so ito lang din yung company na naka-experience ako na sobrang busy ka with regards to your work-related activities. Punong-puno yung schedules mo, but at the same time, punong-puno rin yung schedules mo of all the wala lang activities, diba? So ito lang yung kumpanyang merong ganito. Everyone's really work hard, and at the same time, everybody is really having fun, and this is MedChoice.
Very dynamic, people working closely together. Para sa akin, very educational also for me. Kasi involved ka sa madaming tao, involved ka sa madaming departments. So aside from getting the job done, ang dami mo natututunan. You get to work closely with people, laging may kausap ka, lagi kayong magkakasama.
Vision ko for MedChoice, like my subsidiary, to be the top 3 CNS company in the Philippines. And the 3 represents 3 Ks. Una, MedChoice offers the most affordable medicine, which is kayang-kaya ng sambayanang Pilipino. Second, kalidad. Hindi lang pang Pilipino, but world-class. And third, kalinga. Gusto ko ma-experience ng Pinoy ang kalingang MedChoice.
As much as possible, everybody really working for it is that Alberta's pride to be the most trusted pharmaceutical partner of OB-gynecologists in providing them really the quality medicines, helping more women out there for total women's health and maternal care. So we really wanted to reach many Filipino women patients. AP3 will always have puso para sa kababaihan.
To be able to fulfill yung objectives natin that to be a preferred endocrine company, of course, externally, para makapagserbisyo tayo ng tama sa mga customers natin. But internally also, gusto ko rin that the people within MedChoice Endocrine, vision ko rin is that people are, well, to be simple about it, happy and performing and successful also. Mga customers natin, tsaka tayo rin.
The first time I stepped into the MedChoice office was their December 2012 Christmas gathering. The Christmas gathering had around 30 to 40 people along with the storage racks. That was the office at the 9th floor, if I'm not mistaken. And then I immediately felt the energy, and that struck me because I was looking forward to joining the MedChoice team immediately the following year, January of 2013. And when I felt that energy, I told myself na, pucha, hype yung energy. It was very infectious. And it was something that we can build on as we create the future.
I was shocked. The conversation I had with Jay when he called me and said I needed help in the HR side was a very different image in my head of what the state of his business was and when I walked in and what the state of his company was. MedChoice then, when I walked in, was 27 people occupying a tiny space in the 10th floor. Pretty much operated like a mom and pop shop. Jay being dad of the business and family members were the rest of the organization.
It has something to do with my wife. You know, we were a newly married couple. I was working for a big pharmaceutical company, a multinational, and we had recently moved back to the Philippines. And you know, my wife had suffered a case of psychotic depression. It was a very tough time for us. We were newly married. You know, with psychotic depression, one is not herself. So she had to go through therapy. She had to go through crazy medications. She had to go to the hospital. She tried to take her life because of the depression. Mental health issues, it's very real. And so we went through that as a family, as a newly married couple. And so at that time, luckily I was working for a big multinational pharmaceutical company that gave me, preferred prices when it came to the medicine. But it was still crazy, the amount. I mean, I was paying something like 1,000 pesos a day like 30,000 pesos a month just for medications, just for the therapy, just for the treatment, just for this, just for that. And I was living the life of like an expat in a sense, right? Despite that, I still felt the burden, the financial burden, the emotional burden, everything. So I said, you know what, there's got to be a better way of doing this. There's got to be a situation wherein I don't have to pay medicine that's so expensive. And at the time, back in 2003, 2002, there were no generics in mental health. And so I said, you know what? Maybe we can put this together. Suntok sa buwan, crazy dream. So I resigned from the company in 2003. Took me about 2 years to put it together. Found a guy crazy enough as well to develop the products that I wanted. Dealt with the craziness of the BFAD at the time and all its regulatory requirements. And after 2 years, we were able to put it together. So that's the birth of MedChoice, and it's how it all started and what inspired us to do it.
Very, very fresh. Fresh in the sense that you had a lot of new ways of doing things was already being planted. New ways of doing things. The speed at which things were getting done was also a very big part of the culture then. They're so agile in the way they responded, the flexibility of decisions, which worked both ways. Good in that we responded very well. Also, it was a bit challenging because it meant that the employees had to adapt to a change faster than a typical organization.
At the time I came in kasi there was a decision to professionalize it. So it was very enterprising at that time. What MedChoice was embodied by what Jay was. And people were just trying to be like, if there was I'd like to be like Michael Jordan. There was in MedChoice, I'd like to be like Jay. So that was pretty much the culture. And then it was very customer-centric. People just wanted to respond immediately to whatever the customers needed. They wanted to deliver results. But at the same time, there was a certain degree of inadequacy, so to speak, because we had to perform and compete at a different level. So that was what we tried to bridge.
What we were trying to achieve back in 2003, 4, 5, the original vision of trying to get medicine down, our products are at like 60, 70% cheaper than what the innovator sells. So I'm sure someone is benefiting from our medicine. Number 2, it's not just the price, but it's also as effective. Like we say in the company, let our success be somebody else's miracle. Not just the patient itself, but the family around that's benefiting from that person feeling better. Yes, there is a lot of time spent and anxiety and what have you. Somehow, some way, there's like challenge was worth it, I guess. The journey was worth it. I find fun in doing what I'm doing, so I find satisfaction in that as well. And it's always a good excuse for me to play golf, maybe. I don't know, just to relieve stress. So I get to find time to play golf to relieve stress as compared to when I was working in a big company. But yeah, I guess it's worth it in a sense. I mean, I get a lot of satisfaction knowing that I'm providing jobs. We as a company are providing jobs. I mean, what's our head count now? Maybe 143? 143, I love you, 143, right? I mean, think about it. If someone's getting a sweldo from us, we provide jobs, so that person is taking also care of the family. So if they're a family of 3 or 4, if we're like helping, right here, we're helping around 600 people, right here. Not to mention all the patients and the families. So I don't know, if we're helping like 20, 30,000 people, 100,000 people, wow, we must be doing something right.
We reviewed the core values of MedChoice. Jay got together the 27 people, we sat down, we figured out what was really important to MedChoice. And some of the core values you came up with today were still part of that. Sometime maybe 4 years after that, we reviewed it again with the leadership team and said it needed to be more meaningful. An organization grows, you're bringing in different people's personalities and different personal values they come in. And what needs to ground them is a shared sense of values in the company. So as we review the values again with the leadership team, it's what came up today, which is choice.
Every year was there were different changes because it was in the process of changing. The very good thing that MedChoice has given me and everybody at MedChoice was that no 6 months were the same. It was just always evolving. And mind you, there was nobody from the region or somebody else telling us what to do and what we want to aspire for. It was all self-imposed. On my first year, it was the professionalization. The second year, it was at the time when we had different subsidiaries na. We separated Megi and CNS. And we just had to perform as CNS. We had to build a name for CNS. The team at that time was able to do that. That was a big change. Megi at the same time started going out of Top Dean and started to talk about thydine and diabetes. And then also at that time, we were thinking about women's health, Alberta's Pride. We started looking at technology in terms of SFE. We started looking at market research in terms of benchmarking versus competition and versus the potential of the market. And then there were a lot of leadership and management changes because we had to level up.
I wanted a place where you can just be yourself and relax. So from the dress code pa lang, I was like, shorts, t-shirt, chinelas if you're not seeing a client. You don't need to wear a necktie in the office. I really believe na work-life balance. If I got work done, not just what I needed to do, but what I have to do, and I'm super efficient and I get for it, then I can spend some time leaving the office earlier to be with my wife or my child or what have you. Not to mention, I also believe in this concept of work super hard, but party even harder. So what's wrong if we work 3 weeks of craziness work and then all of a sudden, let's go out on a trip and just have a drink, enjoy a meal, listen to the waves of the ocean. I mean, just have a good time, right? Explore, hike, whatever. So those are the things that motivate me. So I wanted a culture na no neckties. You come in your necktie, I'm gonna cut it,
The good thing with MedChoice is fun and work are one and the same. You have to make it that way. We had our last OpCom meeting. And out of the blue, we just said, let's have burger as a team, as a group, because, hey, we haven't had lunch as a team for a long time. So we went to Rockwell, had burgers and had fries and had onion rings and wala lang. And it was fun. It was fun being with these people outside of work. It was fun talking to them about Dota and Miss Universe and the SEA Games and not talk about calls and marketing and sales. Enjoying the company of the people you work with.
I think what's always memorable for me is when we celebrate Halloween in MedChoice. I think it creates so much opportunities for us to bring our families of MedChoice together. Not just within the company, but even bringing their kids, they come with their spouses, it becomes a big event. I think that those are very memorable moments for me. In one day, how fun we are, but everything that builds up to celebrating that day also shows you how much effort employees put in. So I like seeing the momentum that comes from preparation for that and the memories. And having been here, going 9 years, you've seen it's consistent. We've always had Halloween. There's always a thing, and the leaders get involved. Hindi siya corny. I mean, it builds. It has built up from candies lang dati to major productions of the team. So I like seeing how companies come together for that.
The one thing that really stands out to me was, I was I was buying Don Papa rum in the store, and then I said, wait 10 years. May sherry cask. I'm sure the office would appreciate this. So I bought each one, and then the next morning, I had everyone, all the top guys, the supervisors, the managers, the GMs, everybody. I said, it's a super important meeting. Drop what you're doing and come. And I had guys, like the NSMs who were out in the field, they rushed to the office, and there was a meeting, and then I just gave everyone cups, and then I said, okay, we're gonna do a taste test. Yun lang. And then like, what? What's this taste test about? Wala lang. What do you prefer? Do you prefer the 10-year-old, the sherry cask, the normal, or whatever? And here you have these guys drinking, tasting, sipping at 11 in the morning, and then parang you just see everyone just let loose, and then tawanan, alaskahan. People were tipsy for lunch. And who does that, right? Who does that? But it just adds a little bit of comic relief. And the whole point really is I take work super seriously. I take delivering results super seriously. I take taking care of our customers super seriously, but I don't take myself seriously sometimes. I want to just let go and just have a good time, relax, laugh, smile. And then after that, back to work, you know.
To me, MedChoice is a positive change. Alam ko, it's parang lip service to some. It's very easy to say na we are here to provide quality, affordable medicines. But I strongly feel at MedChoice, we are true to our word. I can feel it in the bones of the people who have worked here. And I strongly feel it is a promise that they want to deliver, that we all want to deliver. Very true to the battle cry of 2019. The objective is better choice, better lives. It's all about giving it all para sa customers natin, both doctors and patients and our employees. That promise of tupadin to the max for 2019. So that's what MedChoice is.
Message for MedChoice to continue grow, and soar high more than 15 years and more pa. And for the company to continue to stay humble, simple, and at the same time, the best company to work with in the Philippines.
Happy birthday. 15 ka na. I've been a part of this company 4 years na. 4 years na ako dito. And thank you very much for the things that binigay mo sa akin tsaka sa mga tao rin. And please continue to have that culture of, di ba sabi natin, ang purpose, everybody up. Sana tuloy-tuloy angat natin, hindi lang yung mga customers, pati mga tuloy natin na iangat din natin mga tao natin na true to our promise to, or our purpose na to bring everybody up. Tuloy natin successful lahat tayo. Tuloy natin to.
Congratulations, MedChoice. Happy 15th anniversary. More power, more blessings. And wow 15, hataw pa din. Congratulations.
Wow 15! Hataw pa din!
Wow 15, hataw pa din!
Wow 15, hataw pa din!
Wow 15, hataw pa din!
Wow! Wow! Wow 15, hataw pa din.